Come on in. We're about to begin. You know what to do. It's time for Break On Through. It's Tuesday, 5 p.m. Eastern. The real time that it is in the world, Eastern time. Oh, yeah. So how's everybody doing today? Very good, I hope. I'm going to let a few of you get in here before we get started. Hello, Trusty Nathan Trusty. Michael Tittle. Alex Butler. Chris Martin, there he is. Robbie Robb. What's up, my man? Ken McGill's in here with us. Dylan Dorsey. All right. Well, I'm flying solo again today. Had a nice little streak there of some guests with me. But today I'm all by myself. Well, damn, Jeff Clayton, does that mean you're prepared today? No! Will is in the house. That means it's going to be non-stop machine gun post. And there's Dennis Highland, my main. All right. Well, I know some of y'all saying, damn, Jeff Clayton, where'd you get that Gary Hart Kabuki shirt on the Mark shirts? Hey, can I get one? Nope, because they do pre-orders only. Now, see, I give y'all the benefit of doing a pre-order that lasts about 3 weeks, maybe 2.5. On the Mark shirt does one from Friday to Friday. And if you don't get it in that time, man, you ain't getting it. That's the way that works. But the GG ANTiSEEN pre-order, they've been turned in. They got to get printed and they got to get sent to me. And then I send them to you. Speaking of GG ANTiSEEN, that's going to take up a lot of the program tonight because we all know what today is, or maybe if you don't, I'll hip you to what today is. It's June 28th. 29 years ago today is when I lost a friend. You guys lost a legendary figure. The day G.G. Allin died. I'm going to come back to that. Don't you worry. And all you GG PhDs out there, well, I'm going to rip y'all a little bit. So go ahead and get ready for that. And I don't give a damn what you say about me. You hear me? You know, when people talk shit about you. Now, I used to know people would get mad. Mad. When someone said something negative about them and, it was like, and it's just like, consider the source, man. Always consider the source. And people talk shit about me on damn social media all the fucking time. You know what I do? I consider the damn source. Do I really want that son of a bitch to approve of me? No! As long as you spell my name right, Hoss. Just spell it right. That's all I ask. Well, in honor of this being the day that we lost GG 29 years ago, I'm going to do a GG Allin Top 10. Man, I'm going to rip you GG PhDs up on this stuff. I got a few announcements, though. Tomorrow night, if you happen to be in the Charlotte, North Carolina area, the People's Republic of Charlotte, find your way over to the world famous Milestone. Nathan, trust you just reminded me of something. I got to write it down. Oh, okay, I did. Anyway, tomorrow night at the world famous Milestone on Tuckasegee Road, my main Adam Neal, frontman for the Hookers, Axeman for Savage Master, is bringing Savage Master to the Milestone. Now, tomorrow night, or no, that's tomorrow night. The night after that, they'll be up in the Raleigh area. I'm not sure what venue, but I know all my mains from up around that area are going to that show. But if you're in Charlotte, they're touring with Valiant Thor. And they are opening for Valiant Thor. And there's a group playing before them. I apologize. I do not know that band's name. Otherwise, I would give them a plug here on Break On Through. I'm going to be there. So if you want to come up and ask me what was Gigi really like, I'm just going to stare at you for a few minutes. But and if that ain't enough live rock and roll for this week, Saturday night, water. July 2nd, Tommy's Pub. Stop talking! Stop talking. No, I'm not going to do the mandate joke. Stop Talking is a band run by a buddy of mine named Jeff Williams. I'm calling Jeff Waldwiesner. And they're a damn good band. If you want to see a real good rock and roll band, go see Stop Talking. I mean, they don't have costumes and stylish hair and stuff like that, but they are a real, true, aggressive rock and roll band, and I think you will enjoy it. And man, you know the good thing, I know you think, well, damn, Jeff, can't every band play 10 minutes and then get on down out the door? But I like about the fact that, man, their shows are very rarely over 20 minutes. There's a bunch of other bands playing with them too, but I don't know any of them. And I don't even know what their names are. Well, you know, I was talking at the beginning of the show last week when I had Trip the Rip McNip on here. When we started talking about toys and stuff, but I briefly went into the fact that we have already had our first round of rehearsals with Walt Wheat, the newest member of ANTiSEEN. You know, when we got together, when all of us got together back in 2014 after Joe passed away, it was me and Sir Barry, Mad Brother Ward, and that guy named Brian. And I thought that was going to be the last ANTiSEEN lineup. After recording pretty much two full-length records with that guy Brian on drums, man, I knew this ain't going to be the last lineup right here. No! And then Barry moves back to drums. We get Malcolm. I'm like, well, okay, well, this is going to be the last lineup. And then Mad Brother Ward bails. So we get Walt Wheat. Hopefully this is the last ANTiSEEN lineup. We'll see, I reckon. But man, we have got a lot of stuff planned. I know you're like, but damn, yeah, Clayton, you ain't got no tour schedule up. Yeah, we ain't gonna tour for 2022. But we got a short run coming at the beginning of November. Boy, it's gonna have us down in the great state of Florida, in the wonderful city of Tampa, for Scumstock. When I get more information, I'll give you all the information I have. We're going to do some more shows too, but that's what we got. But man, we've got recording plans already. We got that line of shows. We got more stuff, man. Stuff I can't even tell you about because it's just too early to talk about. But we're going to be busy. And you know, next year marks 40 years of ANTiSEEN. Pimbo asked me if it's going to be the brass mug. It is going to be the brass mug. Robert Arnett's coming to Tampa, man. It'll be good to meet you in person. I'm going to tell y'all what. There's two people on Facebook whose posts I enjoy every day. Robert Arnett's one of them. If y'all like good pop culture and stuff, go by and look at his page. Every day. Every day. And a guy named Jeff Botcher. Nice old pop culture, rock and roll. I like that kind of stuff. I enjoy their post. You know why I enjoy their post? Because it's my choice. My choice. My choice. My choice. That'll wake you up. "29 years ago today, I was in Peninsula Sound Studios in Mooresville, North Carolina. I was producing and maybe doing a little recording here and there on the second Mad Brother Ward EP. When I got a phone call at the studio from my wife at the time, who had just minutes before gotten a phone call from Merle Allin. That's when we got the news. And you're like, you know, were you shocked? You know, it's like, shocked, I don't guess. When you were the kind of guy that Gigi was, you kind of always expect, we got a plenty of the, man, Gigi got busted. We got a lot of those calls. The big bust came when we were, overseas, I think. I don't know, maybe I get a social media Gigi PhD to check my timeline for me and tell me whether it checks out or not. I'll tell y'all, PhDs. Now, I know everybody couldn't be born at the same time. I understand that. And but when all this was going on, when we were there doing the thing, making it happen, y'all, your mamas had your ankles and feet held together, was wiping those little butts of yours and putting down some cornstarch, powdering that little ass, tightening that diaper up, just like I do with my little grandson, you know, a little Coleman. Tighten that diaper up. That's what y'all were doing. You know what I was doing? We were making it happen, Hoss. We were recording with Gigi Allin. Oh, yeah. Recorded one of his most well-known and well-received albums, Gigi Allin and ANTiSEEN, Murder Junkies. You ain't in the Murder Junkie, Jack. Yeah, I know that. But the album was called Murder Junkies. And then the band took on their took on that name. Nick says he hopes Gigi PhD will make his way back into the set of it. Nick, you can almost go ahead and take that to the bank that it's going to happen. Gigi PhD is going to make its way back into the set. Now, damn, Jack Clayton, what is it? You hate Gigi Allin fans? No, I don't hate Gigi Allin fans. Now, a bunch of them I do, but I learned to do that when I filled in for Gigi and the Murder Junkies. I did 2 tours as the Murder Junkies singer. And I'm going to tell you what, I enjoyed it. It was some of the best times I've ever had on the road. And I mean, man, I know Merle catches a lot of negative shit from a lot of people that, and it's probably people that think they, because of their intense study of YouTube, they know what Gigi would have liked and preferred to have done with his legacy, and Merle ain't doing it. Well, I think if anybody knows what Gigi would have liked, wanted, and preferred, it is Merle. And you can argue with me if you want to. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to sit there and look at you like this. That's what I'm going to do. Damn, I got kind of off track there. Let's see. I was not able to go to the funeral up in Littleton, New Hampshire. But, because at the time, it was either I couldn't afford to go or I didn't have a vehicle that would make it. But as a tribute, I think it was July 3rd when Gigi was laid to rest. I'm sure someone can fact check me on that one. But when I knew it was the day Gigi was being buried, I went and got, where is it? The Vomitos skull. I got that tattooed on me on that day. That was my way of paying my respects. I really wish I could have been there. But I have visited the grave when it still had the tombstone I saw some guy complaining the other day about Merle smacking that guy in the head with the guitar because he was pissing or shitting at Gigi's grave or something. Man, I think that was funny. But what do I know? Someone asked about the guns and the famous photo shoot for the cover of the Murder Junkies album. I think that was Will that asked that. And Jimmy Parker, also known as Jimmy Repo, one of the few, very few record stores in the United States and the world to ever have a G.G. Allin in-store. That was when the store was located on Central Avenue. Damn, G.G. Allin didn't do in-store. Yeah, he did. He did one at Repo Record. Man, if y'all want to ask me some questions before I get into the top 10, go ahead. Maybe I'll see them while I'm doing the top 10 and we can go into that. But I'm going to go ahead and start. This is my top 10. Now, when I printed my top 10 out, I realized I only had 9. And I wrote in number 10. And for number 10, I wrote, I kill everything I'm not going to go ahead and go through and say it. I just feel, I don't know, I kill everything I fuck. But that ain't number 10. When I saw Nathan Trusty say something, I was like, man, no, that's my number 10. Gypsy motherfucker. That's my number 10. I kill everything I fuck would be my number 11. That single, 2/3 of it is the greatest stuff G.G. ever did. Great sound, great band at that time. Merle played in that band. But now, I'm going to go ahead and tell you right now, there ain't a lot of the early stuff on my top 10. And you go, what's the matter? You don't like the Jabbers? Let me tell you something. I love the Jabbers. I love the Jabbers. I love the Jabbers with G.G. as their front man. I love the Jabbers with Wimpy as their front man. They're a great band. I had the honor of being on a Jabbers album, doing Nuke Attack. I enjoyed it immensely. But, man, there's probably not a whole lot of G.G. stuff I don't like. This is just my top 10, man. If you said, all right, Hoss, you got to make me a top 10, and that's all you're going to be able to listen to the rest of your life, son, it had to be these. But, number 9, man, I bet if I was to let all you G.G. fanatics take a guess, wait, man, guess what my number 9, y'all never guess it. You probably wouldn't even guess this would be in my top 10. From the Suicide Sessions, Dagger in My Heart. Love that song. Number 8. Legalized Murder. Now, you know, one time I got a little Facebook ban for mentioning or writing out a Dead Kennedy song, Let's Blank the Landlord. I wonder if I'm going to get me a nice little ban from saying these song titles. Facebook bots. These are song titles. I am not giving instructions to the people. I am merely repeating the titles of songs. But number 8, legalize murder. Somebody just said surprising choice, right? Okay. Yeah. I'm going to tell you what. I'm a full-grown, natural-born mang. And I don't have to agree with everything I like. Because I love The Clash, but man, I don't agree with a lot of that commie bullshit they were trying to shove down everybody's throat at some point. I love the original Venom, but I think they're silly. But I like them. I like the music. Do I sit around and listen to it and carve little pentagrams on the table? No. Number 7. Take aim and fire. That's from the Brutality and Bloodshed album. Worst album cover in the history of album covers, I think. They redid it. And to be honest with you, I mean, it's better, but it's not. Man, if I had that resource material, I could make. I know every son bitch in the world, like, if I was the one doing it. But this is one case where I really think if I was the one doing it, I could make a damn good cover. I was at those Rec Room shows, man, during that last tour. I guess the last tour. I don't know. But it was that lineup, you know. Bill Weber, Merle, Dino. And there's tons of source material out there. I don't know, I know that like they were thinking, oh, Brutality and Bloodshed, we'll put this picture of Gigi on front with this piece of a mannequin. I mean, I was there at that show. I saw that happen. And I'm just like, man, I took a shitload of pictures from that show, and they're way better than that. And I saw the pictures that guy took at that show. And it's like, there's people at Alive Records. I guess it was Alive. I don't think Merle would have said, oh, yeah, make this to come. And that, but they picked that. And, oh, we'll make this the cover. And we'll make it colors like the Partridge Family. Oh, well, do what you got to do, I reckon. See where I am is B up in here. Okay, number 6. Now, I'll go ahead and tell you, my favorite stuff is that era during the Homestead records, when he played with Bulge. And I'm also a big fan of the Scumfuck era. Those two are where I pick most of my favorites from. And number 6 for me was, I guess this was the Scumfucks when they did I Want to Fuck Myself. Now, if someone just came in on that and heard that out of context, go back and listen a little bit. Number 5. I like this one so much that we covered it. It stayed in our set list for a long, long time. We played it at the 35th anniversary show with Wimpy. From the Jabbers, the Queers, the Tunnel Rats. He sang lead vocals on it with us. And it's called Cock on the Loose. One of my favorites from that era. I love it. You know, I was talking about the songs that I like, you know, with subject matter I really don't care for. But, man, you cannot deny the power of a great song, no matter what they're talking about. It's a great song. And number 4 for me was that I cannot relate to this song lyrically, but I can relate to it sonically. But number 4 for me off the Freaks, B and Junkies album, Dope Money. Dope Money. Number 3. There's a few versions of this out there. And I'm going to tell you, when there's times I toured with the Murder Junkies, more times than not, I would say we opened with this. And man, I'm telling you, you could always tell how it was going to go, at least in my opinion. Merle may have seen it different, but it just seemed like when we opened with this song and we locked in, right when the whole that bum, 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 boom, right then, man, if that was like, if we all came in right there and it was, man, it's like we locked in and it was good. And it was very, very powerful song. My number 3, one of my favorites to do live with the Murder Junkies is Highest Power. Leader of the Pack. Number 2, also off the Freaks, B and Junkies album, Die When You Die. Always love playing that one too. But my number 1 favorite Gigi song from that Homestead, I guess it's a Homestead single. Hanging Out with Jim. Yep. Love that song. Love it. Love it. I thought it was one of the catchiest, best things Gigi ever did. Now, you may have noticed something. I didn't put any of the songs from our album with him because I don't do that. You know, who the hell is Jim? Jim Beam, Hoss, Jim Beam. Because I'm not one of those people that go, "Oh yeah, the one we did was great." I mean, it was, but I'm not going to put it in my top 10. You know what I mean? I'll let anyone else put it. I think that if any of you don't put any of that album in your top 10, you're fools! And I know people are going to start doing songs. What? How can you have a top 10 and not have... question mark. You know what I'm going to say? My choice! All right, Robbie wants to know, if I had to pick one off our album, which would it be? Probably Violence Now. Even though I like the single version better than the album version, that was always one of my favorites. I like a good cowbell song. Brad Mullins just popped in. Brad, you need to go back to the beginning when we get done here and look at the stuff at the beginning. Well, thank you, Chrissy. Arnold says that Murder for the Mission was how he got into us. How many of Gigi and Carolina's shit kickers have got pressed with yellow and black covers? Oh, Derek, I don't know, man. Oh, yellow and black. That would be the... I don't know. Man, you know what? You know who would be the man to ask about all that is Malcolm Tent. Malcolm Tent is a walking encyclopedia. And by the way, Malcolm Tent will be on his Facebook page live tomorrow night, 7 p.m. to do Tent Talks Tunes. So be sure to tune in for that. Be sure to tune in to my main Mang, the Dean Assad's KD After Dark, every day on Adam Wolf's page and the YouTube page, and look at the morning report. He's had some good shite on there, boy. And I'm trying to read the questions that are coming up. A few of them are coming up. But, when's the Orlando show? I don't know of an Orlando show. All I know right now is Tampa. Will Tanner, you ain't going to no Tampa. Oh, I'll show you something I got the other day. Any of you guys familiar with Fantico? Fantico Publishing? Fantico Enterprises. Man, my main Robert Arnett, whom I told you I really like his Facebook page, he was on here a while ago. Now, Jeff, you're asking me my feelings on Eat More Possum. You're like 5 minutes before I'm about to sign off, man. I can't do that in 5 minutes. Maybe I'll do that for you some other time. But Robert turned me on. He says, he knows the kind of stuff I dig, man, and he hit me to this. It was a pre-order almost a year ago. But I guess they got them in stock now. But do you guys remember, maybe some of you don't, but there was a series of magazine comic books called Weird, Horror Tales, Witches' Tales, Tales from the Tomb, Tales of Voodoo. Well, man, that was like, they were not held down by the comic codes. And, man, they did some gory stuff. And when you're a kid, man, that stuff, it's like, it's kind of mind-blowing. But this book, no, it didn't come backwards. It's just backwards on this broadcast. It's called Eerie Publications. The complete covers. All the covers from those magazines, man. Look at this stuff. This is good shite right here now. I love this kind of stuff. It's kind of expensive trying to get those now. There's text in here, too, that kind of talks about some of the stuff. It shows also where they would see a piece of art somewhere and tell their artist, hey, man, copy this. And they showed the original and their version. And I like that one. Oh, yeah. But yeah, that's from Fantico Publications. You can find them on Instagram. Just type in Fantico Publications in the search, and it'll take you to their website. If you're interested in that kind of thing, I just like to to hit people to this kind of stuff if I find something, because I like when people do that on their pages or their podcast or their shows or whatever. But 29 years ago today, Gigi left the building. So why don't y'all celebrate? Why don't we all celebrate? Not the fact that he left the building, but let's honor his memory by playing a few Gigi Allin songs tonight. Brad says, is Tesco still selling those famous monsters? Yes, Brad, he is. Yeah, let me show you that right quick. Tesco V's got some of these for sale. Now, I don't know. I turned a lot of people on. I would suggest asking him first what he's got, but look at that. Famous Monsters t-shirt. I love me some Famous Monsters. That is a good shirt right there, buh. Tesco V. The Dutch Hercules, my main. The head honcho of the meat men. And an even more crazy toy collector than me and Trent McNeil put together. Hit him up. So, thanks to everybody for showing up today and hanging out with me for a little bit. I hope you found it informative and entertaining. I got Gigi records for sale. If you want to say, hey, I feel like getting some new Gigi shit, you can check ANTiSEEN.com. But to you, salute. See you next week.